the most exciting adventure of your life. Cyclops and centaurs are waiting for you. Angels will be your guides to the world of miracles. Take the power. Become a warrior of light. Save the planet. Learn the secrets of little green men and life on other planets. How the gods create your destiny, and is it possible to change it? All the mysteries of humanity, life and death, angels and spirits in the animated masterpiece Life After Life.
In the solitude of his retreat, Bhagavan Vijnan once again experienced the bliss of the union of the infinite with the finite. His illusory I, which had separated him from the boundlessness of the cosmos, began to dissolve into that infinite expanse, embracing all. He once again became him and saw everything through his eyes. This time, he found himself at the Last Supper, where he witnessed Christ speaking with his disciples before the crucifixion.
I must die. The chief priests, together with the crowd, will deliver me up to be crucified.
How can this be? Master, you could with a single thought compel them to acknowledge you as the incarnation of God.
Yes, I can do it, Peter. But truly, truly, I tell you, they will do it without understanding, like in a puppet theater, where rag dolls are moved by the puppeteer. But such worship has no meaning. A person must come to it consciously, attaining higher understanding, seeing where there is a prophet and where there is a charlatan high priest who represents nothing but a false mask, just an ordinary politician playing the role of a high priest. And any tax collector, fisherman, or prostitute is much purer than him and closer to understanding the truth, for they are not hypocrites, but simply themselves. And if a person does not see this, it is useless to hypnotize him so that he worships like a sleepwalker. He must gain true vision. And so, for the sake of this, God decided to create a great play, a great mystery, where Jesus will die and Christ will be resurrected.
What is this mystery?
Asked John.
It embodies the path of human development. At first, he exists merely as a social persona, shaped by the influences of the crowd and its blind leaders. But if he, as I have always urged, remains vigilant, then he can see its false, fabricated nature and begin to separate himself from the accepted lies, negative emotions, and identifications, from attachments to prestige, the approval of the herd, selfishness, and self-satisfaction. And then Jesus begins to die, but Christ, that is, the human soul, his individuality, his consciousness, his spirit, begins to grow. And when Jesus dies, the spirit, Christ, rises and is freed from the slavery of this fabricated social persona. For in it, he lived as if in a coffin, dead, living the life of a puppet in a puppet show, a sleepwalker. And so, my death and resurrection will embody this process, where, from the ego, identified with the opinion of the crowd and mired in evil and falsehood, arises a love for the whole world. Great compassion and complete self-surrender to bring good to others, to save them from a terrible state, even at the cost of one's own life. And you, Judas, will betray me. You have been given the hardest role. You will embody the fact that among the disciples there's always an apostle who, having gained a little knowledge, is afraid to go further, to part with his ego and dissolve in divine grace. He either declares himself a teacher, deceiving people, or begins to struggle against his teacher, refusing to accept him, even wishing him dead, so that he no longer exposes his flaws and does not call him to part with them.
But I do not want to do this. I will be cursed by people forever.
Yes, it is your great self-sacrifice, Judas. You will be cursed, but only your identity will be cursed. When you let it go, you yourself will become Christ. You will become God, and this curse will drive you forward on your path, not allowing you to rest or live the life of the crowd. It will be a great impetus for your development, for the spiritual person must not seek the public approval. He seeks the approval of God, even if, in doing so, he will be cursed. So, your role will especially help you in your development, because you do not want to play it, and it is difficult for you. People think they act on their own, that they seek a reason for every action, weigh it, and plan it. But in reality, their roles have long been predetermined from above. God, even before their birth, determined exactly what they would do. That the high priest would seek my death, that he would incite the crowd to shout, "Crucify him," that Pilate would be forced to give the order for the crucifixion, even though he did not want to, since he could see the entire political game of the clergy. That the eternal Jew will not help when I am carrying the cross. Everything has long been predetermined, but each role, whether good or bad, will give the person who plays it by God's will the necessary experience. And what he has done, he will understand only after death. Blessed are you, my disciples, that in life you know what you are doing. They, however, do not realize what they are creating. You must strive in life to see and understand all your roles, why and how you play them, and to stop being the role itself, even if you have to perform it. Do not identify with it. Treat it as an actor treats a role on stage. The actor knows who he truly is, yet continues to perform. For that is the play.
And can he choose not to play it?
asked Thomas.
Yes, in some cases he can, if he sees that doing so does not disrupt the divine play. But often he still plays it, yet he is free. He is no longer a pawn, no longer a role. And you too must not merge with what you are destined to play. Stay vigilant and pray, so that you always see the role, and so that your heart, filled with love and compassion for others, is not enslaved by the role. Later, after my death and resurrection, they will sing, "Christ has risen, by death trampling down death, and to those in the tombs giving life." This means that having died for the crowd, I ceased to be dead like people who are subject to the herd instinct and lie in the tomb, bound by their social role, societal stereotypes, and patterns. Giving life beyond all this, because a person who lives according to a pattern does not truly live. They do not do what they want, what their soul, their individuality desires. They do not even know what they desire, for they buried it long ago. But by remaining vigilant and praying, he separates his soul from the dead role and becomes free. And so, when you play a role, observe yourself while doing it, and study yourself and pray, cultivating a connection with God, the exalted state, so that the negativity of a sick society does not destroy you.
Why is such a complex mystery necessary?
asked Peter.
God conceived it because he wants to create a new religion based on it, since the religion of Moses is founded on violence. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. He taught fear of God. The new religion teaches love and is based on love, for God is love. Therefore, the time has come for the old religion of Moses to die, and for the new one to be resurrected.
Forgive them, Lord, for they do not know what they are doing.
Someday, it too will degenerate, being distorted by the clergy, and a new mission will be needed to restore God's true covenant. Truly, truly, I tell you, every religion is only true in its foundation, while it is persecuted for the truth, while it is considered a sect. But when it becomes official and recognized by the state, it degenerates. It becomes politics, and under its banner, various evils are committed. Right now, we are a sect among the Jews. Later, you will be a sect within the Roman religion, and you will be persecuted and killed for the truth. And later, when I am recognized, much evil will be committed under my name, using it as a cover. There will be the Inquisition and the Crusades, the killing of heretics, and only in hermitages and deserts, far from the world, will the saints remain, truly honoring my covenant. Just as Buddha, when he came, was considered a sectarian within Hinduism, and the Brahmins drove Buddhism out of their midst, pushing it to Tibet and China, for a prophet has no honor in his own homeland.
Why is it so?
Because people fear everything new, and their rulers amplify this fear. For through the old degenerated norms, intertwined with their politics, they carry out their own evil. But the old must marvel when the new grows, for it is the sprout of a more spiritual tree.
Filled with a profound impression, Bhagavan Vijnan emerged from Samadhi.
Extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars, and the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.